Okay, so we didn't record this one, so we are giving security permission means access permissions to other users or other groups. I'm going to create a file, so it is already created. Okay, so here for a student 2, this is student 1 is created. I'm giving access permission to student 2. One is read permission, and he cannot write, so like read is allow, write is deny. Okay, this is student 1. I'm going to my F drive. Okay, this is already created, so what I'm going to do is I will going to delete these two things, shift delete. I'm going to create again new, actually not required, but so sf1 view, check this mark, then you will see the .exe. Open, you can put it, we need a magnifier. Okay, here this is sf1 file by student1. So I add a line and I'm saving it, save. And also you can exit from here also, right? So I can exit. Next, I'm click on it, so make sure that you have to click the yellow, the blue strip is there or not, check mark. Okay, right click on this one. Okay, you have to click on it, right click, properties. When you go to properties, it should make sure that it is file name properties is showing or not, and file name is showing here or not, then only go to security. Okay, so these are the default permissions. Go to click on edit. Okay, add, click add, type student2, check names. If it is exist, it will show like this. Okay, and by default click on student2, so make sure that click on student2. Read is already allowed, write is nothing is there, allow or deny both, nothing is there, just I'm selecting deny write. Even though if I select this one, any one we can able to do it. Okay, so deny write, apply, okay, deny write, apply, okay, click ok. And select student2. See these two check marks here, and this is the deny. Okay, now this part is completed. I'm switching to student2. Go into that file of drive sf1. See, this is, we can able to read it, so we can't able to write it, right? So student2 cannot write or can write anything. Save it. So and save. Okay, actually it is not, if it is saved, it's save only, that's it. It won't show like this, but it is showing save as. It is showing save as. I click on save with same name. It is saying already existed, you want to replace it, yes. Access is denied, access is denied. Okay, but you can do save as with a different name. Save, when I am putting some number, like a change different name, save, it is saving with that number. See? But it is not corrupting our actual number, actual name, actual file is having same line only. Okay, but this is having a this data, it's a different file. Okay, but even that is also we can restrict, like user can read also. You can put read, then we can't open it itself. So this is it. So how to give a permissions, and I'm logging out from the student 2. So you have to do it in student 1 and verify with the student 2. So we need a 2 users, right? Okay. Now again in a student 1. This is a how to give permission, write deny permission to a file. You can deny the read permissions, write permissions, both we can able to do it. But whenever you give permissions on a file, okay, when the file changes its location, means if I copy that file from that location to another location, automatically security permissions will gone. Security permissions can be changed. It's a possibility, one system to another system, different file security permissions. So user can able to open it. If you want to make it more stronger, then you have to do encryption. What is that? You want to make it more stronger, like you have a very important data is there. So through network or directly, okay, whether what are the permissions on it, without a key we can't able to open the file, so we can log the file completely. So that is called a encryption. The file system, we call this one as a EFS. EFS file system. For example, I have a picture, so I use a picture here. So for example, pick one. Okay, I'm going to encrypt it. So in a student one, so first, okay, I log in as a student one. Student one means first user, student two means second user. If in case if you are giving a two different user names, so don't get confused. First user, second user. Okay, I'm using common name. Okay, so student one, like that. Okay, so I have a picture, and what I do, I will encrypt it. What I do, I will encrypt the data, and it generate a key. So whenever you do encrypt it, it generate a key, key or a certificate, and I will take a backup of this one and store into some other place. I will take a backup of key or certificate. So once I taken a backup, so I log in with the student two and verify can I able to open this pick or not. Okay, pick one, can I able to open or not? I can't able to open. So I will add this key or a certificate. Okay, I add this key. So then, okay, I will add this key. Add key means its meaning is import. I import the key. Backup means export. Okay, and once I have a key, then I can open the pick. Okay, here is we can't open, but once you add the key, the pick one we can able to can open. So this is the one we are going to do it. Okay, we'll see this is a student one. Check it, it is a student one or not. That's it. So I am again going back. Go to my F drive. So I do all the F drive. I'm going to create a picture. So the it's a bitmap image is there now. So you can directly click on bitmap. So it is a .bmp file. So no problem anything. So I put a name is pick one. This is my picture. What is the content of this picture? Nothing. Right click edit. It is nothing is there in that picture. So it's empty picture. So I'm taking something like this. Okay. Um, If you are more interested, like girls is also there, right? So you can fill with the colors also. Then this is the colors. Okay, something it is there, or maybe you can put a triangle inside. Yeah, it is not good. Earlier we had to put, now we put a colors, right? So we can't able to see that one. You have to put no color, and otherwise you can put other things. That is enough. Close, save. So that is a picture, right? So you can see the picture by a normal photo viewer. Okay, I have a picture. Some picture, like you can put your name. No problem. You can write your name. Okay, so don't put a time for like your don't show your all your Pictionary kind of thing. Just put a some symbol. That's enough. And I'm going to right click on this one. So this is selected. Make sure that's selected. Right click. Go to properties. Okay, so make sure that your name is showing here. Properties. Go to advanced. Go to advanced. Okay, encrypt content to secure data. Encrypt content to secure data. Select this one. Advanced. Encrypt content to secure data. Click OK. Once you click OK, there is a notification shows here. Okay, there is a notification shows here. Backup your encryption key. Okay, so I will going to click that one. If you miss that one, when you do practical, if you miss that one, I will tell you where you will get that one. Just click OK. Nothing is happened, right? So wait. Click on apply. Just click on apply. So we got a notification. Backup your file encryption key. So this is a notification. I click on that one. A wizard is open. So it is showing three options: never backup, backup later, backup now. So backup now. I'm going to backup now. Now it is showing certificate wizard, export wizard is started. So I'm exporting this one. If you read it, that is a good one. Here, this one. When you do, just read this thing. Next. So do not change anything. Don't change anything. Just next only. Okay, it's a PIE type. PFX file is there. No, it's a personal information exchange. Okay, just click on next. You don't need to do anything. Next. Now it is asking for a password and give the password. Okay, we don't have any other way of encrypting this one, so just we have a password. Just give the password. I'm giving a simple password. Is ZAQ1234. ZAQ1234. The simple password. Okay, I'm not giving my password also. I just giving ZAQ1234. Next, file name. So you have to tell the name or maybe where you want to store also. By default, it is telling documents. If you are putting in a documents, you only this user can able to use it. But I want to put it in everywhere. Like I'm going to C drive. I'm creating a new folder. So I select the C drive. So can you see new folder? Click on new folder. So there is a new folder name. Change the name to keys. So when you put a keys name, then automatically all keys will store here only. Open it. Then PIC one key or set. PIC one set or key. You can use any name. No problem. It's a certificate. Also we can call that one as a key. .pfx automatically come. Save it. See. In this folder I specifically stored in a C drive. So C drive is a common drive for everyone. next, finish it. Now it is export successfully. Click OK, then OK. Now completed. Once you are completed, you can see a lock symbol on the PAC1. So can you able to see the lock symbol is there? Lock symbol means it's an encrypted one. Lock symbol means it is a encrypted one. Again I'm going right click, properties, advanced. So can you see details button is open now? Earlier it is not open, details button is open now. So why I went, if in case, if you miss the backup part from here, if you miss the backup part in the notification, so you done already completed but you didn't backup it, you missed it. In that cases, click on details and select this one user. You can find backup keys. So if you click on backup keys, then you can see wizard is started. Same thing. Remaining is continuous. Close, cancel, OK. Okay. Another way also there. So another way is also there. So we'll see that one another way. Go to run, type MMC, only MMC. Okay, MMC. Click OK. Then it is showing something. Click S. An empty console will open. This is an empty console. Nothing is there. Go to file. Go to add a remove snap-in. Go to file, add a remove snap-in. Click on add a remove snap-in. You can find certificates. You can find certificates. Certificates. Okay. Just click on certificate. Click add. It is ask my user account. Yes, keep my user account only. Okay. Verify what is the remaining accounts also. Okay. So my user account only. Computer record means it belongs to computer. It applies for all users. My user record means my user part only. Finish. Current user. Okay. Now this is certificates for a current user. Go to personals. Then go to this one personal. Then certificate. Go to certificate. You can see this is the certificate issued by when it is expiry means next 100 years. This certificate valid up to 100 years. Okay. And intended purpose encrypted file system purpose. Double click on it so you can see the certificate. You can read the certificate. 8th 3rd it is I encrypted. 12th Feb 2121. So like if you are alive till the time your system is alive till the time, the certificate will be work. Allow data on disk to be encrypted, all issues policies. These are the details. You can see what algorithm you use it. Hashing algorithm, SHA1, okay, signature algorithm, RSA. Okay, this is a serial number. Here is a thumbprint. Like a fingerprint is there, no SSH. Same thing. Here we call it as a thumbprint. So based on this thumbprint only, it will decrypt the data. Okay, this is certification path. This is the details. So try to see this thing also if possible. Okay, so click OK and don't do anything. Right click on it, Alt task, export. So if you click on export, the wizard will start. And next steps are same as earlier. Next, give the password and do that one. So this is a certificate window. It is asking for save the console. No, don't save it. Not required. This one. So I encrypt the file and whether my just encrypted. I didn't mention student 1 or student 2 or student 3. Student 1 already having a certificate, so then we can able to open it. If you don't have, we can't open it. So I log out from the student 1, go to student 2, sign in. Okay, F drive. This is the picture, right? So okay, what see, this is the picture, right? I'm double click on this picture. It is showing something on this one. It appears that you don't have permission to view this file. Check the permissions and try again. So you don't have any permission to see this file. If you want to go to edit, means you try to open with the paintbrush. It is showing paint. Access to f colon slash pic1 dot bmp is denied. You can't able to see it. You can't able to edit it. So that is encryption. So I encrypted there, and here I encrypted using in a student one is created and encrypted. Student 2 cannot open that one because of it is encrypted. Hmm. Okay, got the point? Understand? Non is
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question is how to how student 2 can able to open. Now student 2 also should open. How it is possible? It is possible with a certificate. Okay. So student 2 cannot able to open, but if he has the key, he can able to open. Like I have a house and I lock the my door. Okay, you can't able to enter, right? But if I give you a key, if I share a key, okay, if I share a key, then you can also open, right? So same thing. This is the key. I keep the key in a public mode. So dot pfx. This is the key. Okay, because I put a correct name also like a PIC1 key. Otherwise, it will confuse between one key to another key. So what to do? Just right click on this key. I'm in a student 2 only. I'm in a student 2 only. Okay, I got this key. My student 1 put a key in a C drive keys folder. So I got the key. Select the key. Right click. Install PFX. Just install PFX. Open. Okay, current user. Okay, current user. Local machine means anybody can able to access. For example, if I have another user also, it won't work for other user. Only for me only it will work. I'm adding myself. Current user. Next. This is the location. Good. Next. It will ask the password. If you got the key, does not mean it will work. You should need a password for that one because I given a password for my key. So this is my password. JAQ1234 is my password. So I given a password to my key. Okay. Next. Okay, you automatically place. Leave it for automatic only. So don't touch now. Okay. Otherwise, you can put a place all certificate in a store. Like you can select the where you want to do it. By default, it will go to the personal only. So you leave it for automatic. Finish. Import was successful. Okay, I have a key now. Now I'm going to my F drive. Then this is the picture. Double click on the picture, and now it is open. See, the picture is open now. Okay. So I can able to view. How can I able to view? Because I have a key now. Can I able to edit it? It is open in a paintbrush like I can able to edit. Okay, I can able to edit it. I can able to save it and I can able to close. So I got the rights because of I have a key. If I don't have a key, I don't get it. Okay, that is the importance of key. Okay, now if you lost the key, what will happen? Keys got deleted. So I'm going to run. Mm, at least try up to here. Okay, up to here, try it. So this is, I'm adding one more point to our key management. So I went to run mmc file, add a remove snap-in, certificates, add. It automatically add a current user. Okay, so expand this one. So this is the button. So if you click here, it will expand it, expand the personal, select certificate. You will see the certificate here. Right click on certificate, and if you want to open and read it. Now can you see all task is export and all showing. I'm deleting the key. I'm delete the key. Now I delete the key. Close. No. Then go to the picture. Now I don't have a key. Okay, I don't have a key. I've tried and I'm trying to open this one. It is showing here. How it is showing? Now tell me. I don't have a key. I delete the key from my student too. I add the key and also I delete the key. Now how can I see this one? I don't, without a key. Anybody having an idea? Any answer? Any answer? No problem. I add a key so I can able to open. Now I deleted the key. Now how can I able to access it?
Sir, can you access one again? The same file?
So this is a file, right?
Hmm.
I can able to open it. I delete the key. I deleted the key. Add the key so I can able to access, and now I deleted it. Still I can able to access it. Okay. No, because sometimes not only this one, there are a lot of issues will come up, like you apply some rule but the rule is not working. You applied you limit something but it is not getting limited. So
Sir,
in,
can we say it is a bug?
it's
What
not
is?
bug. It's not bug. Okay. So when
Hmm.
we decrypt it, when we have a certificate, we decrypted it, right? So when we decrypted it, the in a cache, it store that decryption part. The key, the fingerprint stores in our temporary one, in cache, in temporary file. It stores that information. Okay, that will be removed only when, if you sign out. So see, same thing, student 2, I'm signing out, just signing out. Again I will sign in with student 2 only. I'm signing in with a student 2 only. Okay, and now I'm going to the picture. It's a picture. So I use magnifier. Okay, this is the picture. Now I double click on the picture. It is throwing now error. So you can see this thing. See, now it appears that you don't have permission to view this file. Check the permission and try again. Now I can't able to access the file. I didn't done anything, just I logged out and log in. Just click on edit. I was denied. So why, what is happened here? So the certificate what we are deleted, even you deleted it, but when you open this file with the certificate, that time the cache, in a cache, the certificate encryption thing is there. Okay. So when you open it without certificate, it can be open, but when you log out, it clear the cache, all the temporary things, cache things, okay, will be cleared. So then now you are trying, you don't have a certificate, and you don't have a that cache information, that fingerprint is also not there with you, okay, automatically we can't able to open it. So that's why login logout is very important. And if you got some kind of this kind of issues, not only this issue, this kind of issue, you applied a policy but the policy is not working, it may require some other attention. Maybe it may require removing the cache things, or maybe locking things, what we can say, refreshment, or maybe login logout, reloading is important, okay. So understand when you got a certain situation like this, okay. I thought this is one point, okay, this is the point, okay. This is encryption, okay. Okay, now someone got error, we'll show you once. Okay, is it in a physical machine, or Namrata got this error? Kernel data in page error. She's logging or not logging, I don't know. Yeah, Namrata is there, right? Yeah, nothing you will do. Just you have to wait till it is zero become 100%. Okay, and wait for another 10-15 minutes. So let it go on. Okay, so if it is a laptop, then I will tell you one more important, guys. This is a thing. Okay, if you got any errors like this, but think, you added anything, do you change anything in your system, or do you add anything in your system, okay. So you make sure that you have to remove that one, okay. If you had any new hardware, or you change any properties, or maybe settings, or applications, so that's you have to careful. Normally you will get it sometimes, we don't have any idea that what you done much bigger thing in your PC also. Then what to do? Just wait, let it complete 100%, okay. I wait for another 5-10 minutes, let it restart itself. If it is restarts itself, and it may solve the problem automatically, that's a Bluesn error. So it may try to solve the problem automatically, so it will adjust with the things.
Sir,
Hmm. Yeah.
but it not started automatically.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
It gives hard disks 3F0 F2 system diagnostic.
Okay, okay, there is a problem with your system, really. Maybe operating system compatibility is some issue there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hard disk, that one. Yeah, you have to take it to the person that the connections, check the hard drive properly, like otherwise change the hard drive, that's it. Okay, in general I'm talking, if you are getting this kind of stuff in the majorly in laptop, there is another problem also there. What is the problem inside a laptop? It is, so what happened to your hardware and operating system, that is the next point. Sometimes when you got this Bluesn error, and it won't restart automatically, and your PC is getting overheated, continuous heated. So what you do, press the power button continuously, press the power button continuously. It's like long press, it may off your PC, it may power off your PC. If in case it is the vent fan is there, no, the CPU fan, it's giving lot of heat to outside. After 100% completed, still it is not restarted, but it is giving a lot of heat outside. So then what to do, press the power button, a press power button, and try to turn off it. It's not off sometimes, it won't off sometimes. even if it is off, but heat is generating. Okay, close your lid. Okay, close your laptop lid, revert it, remove the battery. Okay, remove the battery. Just try to remove the battery, disconnect the battery from it. Okay, let it cool. Let the laptop get cool. Give from 15 half an hour, minute, half an hour, at least 15 minutes, half an hour. So leave it for let it cool, then connect it and start it. Mostly it will work. Mostly it will work. Another one is like people throw the laptop in some places like dust particles and all. So it may problem inside your hardware also cause a problem. That time you will get repeatedly. Okay. Okay. Namrata, send me that error. What you are getting error. If you have a another codes or anything hard. What happened? Okay. So based on error, we need things to do it. Okay. So I'm stop this thing.